I saw them at numbers too.
Oh, I don't know. I think, we're just waiting for that minute when we go live for the latest episode of The Drop. So it's technology, guys. We're still trying to understand this. So hopefully you guys are with us here. We're trying to get our picture together. Our producer is, there we go. We're getting there. There we go. What is happening, people? Welcome to The Drop episode, possibly 14. We're going to have to talk to the accounting department and have them look at the books, right?
I really honestly don't know.
Because we're here to talk about the music. We're not like counting episodes. That has nothing to do with it. All right. Quinn Bishop in the house, Red Cactus Music, The Drop. We talk about all the latest music that you need to know about. Kicking it off with a band, little old band from Texas.
The other new little old band.
The new Texas, little old band from Texas. Talk about it.
Yeah. This is awesome. Black Pumas, which broke through 2000, like pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic, yep.
Terrific band. So they released, this is very cool. They went to Capitol Studios, which we'll talk more about that in a little bit. And there's still a studio in
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles, in the building that looks like a stack of records. Yep. That one right there.
Like pancakes.
Studio in there. So they have artists come in and do live sets in there, and that's what this is. And for the Texas market, they did an exclusive pressing of 1,000 copies in a color variant just for their pals in Texas, and it's, look at this,
super
it's like
cool.
Magenta and purple.
Right. Yeah.
Super cool. But love it. Heart's in the right place trying to side the Texas record stores. But obviously it's a huge band.
And continue to grow. So, and the debut album, right? So
yeah, still on. They've reissued several different versions of it, but they're still doing it. I'm guessing there'll be a new record probably this year.
Yes. Cool.
And maybe a tour if everything goes right.
God willing. God.
All right, we got some big old pop records here. There's a brand new Imagine Dragons record.
Oh, right on.
And the record is later. The CD is now. So look how shiny that is.
Super shiny.
Huge band.
Pop monsters.
Pop monsters. The Pop Monsters. So I'm sure people will be flipping out about that.
People will be flipping out about that.
This is another one of these anniversary records. We keep talking about anniversary records. It's the 10th anniversary of Lady Gaga's Born This Way.
Yes.
And there's that cool cover for Robo freaking out on that motorcycle right there.
The Monsters are very excited about this.
Yeah. Again, vinyl's later in that. So interesting thing about that is she asked current artists they were influenced by the record to reimagine songs.
Oh, got it.
So you have Kylie Minogue, fellow dance pop culture icon, does a track. Orville Peck, oddly enough, country breakthrough artist.
Yeah. I heard. Didn't he do something on the Metallica album too?
He might have.
He's done a couple of things.
He's.
Do you get a separate CD added in here?
That's the reimagined.
That's the reimagined. So it's on the back there.
Yeah, separate disc with multiple tracks that are
10th anniversary.
Yeah. And another country artist on the Highwomen, which are on there as well. Which that's Brandy Carlisle and several other artists. Kind of a takeoff on the Highwaymen, which is Willie and Chris and Waylon.
Big Frida's on here too.
Big Frida,
man.
Got our
little Louisiana flavor.
Bounce.
Yeah, got a bounce flavor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, another hit record. Sheryl Crow has a lot with her doing country flavored versions of her. Best known material, Steve McQueen, All I Want to Do, all that stuff's on here. A lot of guests, including Stevie Nicks, Emmylou Harris. Brandy Carlisle comes up again.
Now she's just showing off.
She's just showing off.
Love her though.
In the Ryman.
Have you ever been to the Ryman?
I have.
I've never have.
It's the cool thing about the Ryman and the Country Music Hall of Fame is when you go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, in the center of it, which is it's next to the Ryman, that's where all of the archiving of all the master tapes and all that are in poor condition because it existed for like 80 years or something like that. They're restoring all that as far as the country music.
If my friend Stacia is watching, she is yelling at the screen right now. You've never been to the Ryman. I can hear her. On the list.
Holy Grail. Yeah, you'll get there.
I'll get there. Yes, thank you.
You'll get there.
Thank you.
Capitol Studios comes up again here, and this record has this has never been available before. It's Capitol studio sessions from 1973. It's Bob Marley and the Wailers, and the story behind this record is fantastic. They were on tour with Sly and the Family Stone.
Okay.
No slouches the live
Powerhouse.
the Powerhouse band. These guys were blowing them away every night and were asked to leave the tour.
What?
So they went and did a live session at Capitol Studios, like before they left to go home, I guess, and it sat till this day. But that's gonna be an exciting track. You know, a lot of the Bob Marley live stuff is great as a performances. Some of them aren't that well recorded. This should be terrific. I'm really looking forward to this.
God, this is awesome. And we have to mention we lost Lee Scratch Perry this week.
Oh yeah, that's a
huge influence, innovator, just part of the whole fabric of the Jamaican music scene.
And one of those guys literally tied into every big artist coming out. Let's talk about a couple of soundtracks that haven't been available first time.
Oh my goodness!
True Romance.
God, what a good movie!
This is on a magenta splattered vinyl, and that was a big soundtrack.
A friend of mine got to interview Hans Zimmer.
Oh no way, really?
And literally, I was like, "What was that?" Like he goes, "I almost passed out right before it. I was so excited. It's like look at this. And if you haven't seen this movie, please go see it."
It's a big film. Yeah, Robert Palmer, Soundgarden, like so many of the soundtracks from that.
Yeah.
Real mixed bag.
And Tony
Chris
Scott,
Isaac.
come on, man.
Yeah.
No slouch. God. Such a good movie. Chris Isaac, Soundgarden, Robert Palmer, John Wade, Charlie Sexton.
Yeah, Chuck Sex made it in there.
Right. Carlito.
All right.
Yeah,
Next
man.
one, huge soundtrack.
I've got this.
Huge soundtrack.
I've got this.
And this relaunch, you look at the track listing on this soundtrack can do, best case scenario, relaunches people's appreciation for some pieces of music. So we have the Trainspotting soundtrack.
Dude. So what's different here? Because what do I have? I have the 10th anniversary. No, I might have the 10th anniversary. This is the 20th anniversary limited. Oh, man, that doesn't.
Orange vinyl.
Vinyl. Mine's on orange vinyl too. But you were talking about the artists on here, and it's a little eclectic, but everything's. I mean, it's a winner. I mean, everyone.
And Iggy Pop Lust for Life.
Sure.
Really got a huge rebound
Perfect.
from its use in the film. Temptation. Elastica.
That's the opening scene, right?
Yeah. And
Primal
and
Scream.
the one I was thinking was Lou Reed Perfect Day. Like that song really was arguably more popular than it
ever
was
ever
originally
was.
on
Yeah.
release.
Absolutely.
But super great soundtrack.
Other than Iggy, do you know what my favorite track on here is?
I'm gonna guess Paul.
No.
Dang.
Underworld. Born Slippy.
Man,
you put that thing on, and if that doesn't get your blood racing, you may be dead.
Ooh. Let's
I'm just saying. And if you haven't seen this movie, for God's sakes, please
it's essential.
do yourself a favor.
It's a cute little film.
Absolutely. I wouldn't say family entertainment, but although there's a lot of family elements in it, yeah, man.
Let's see, and I'm going in a more country Americana direction today. On this, we have there's a Lauren Elena record.
Oh, cool.
And she's had a couple of huge hits of late. And this has Joe Party on it, who's red hot right now. That guy is emerging as a
Trisha Yearwood's on a song.
Yeah.
Lucas Graham, John Party. Come on.
Yeah, should be a big record. This band, they changed their name, and I don't know why.
What?
I read this. It didn't kind of ring true to me. I'm a little suspect, but they changed their name from Mandolin Orange. They were a bluegrass band, and they actually played at our store and record store day one day. Fantastic group, husband and wife duo. And they claim that the music is what they're doing now is different, so they want to change monikers. So now they're called Watch House.
Okay.
But their previous records have been fantastic. This one takes a little bit of a left turn. Very cool band, worth your time to investigate if you like your folk-driven acoustic pop kind of stuff. The kind of the bluegrass is not as prominent on that release.
All right, cool.
Texas guy, Bob Schneider. I think everybody in our part
knows
of the
Bob.
country knows him.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit of an interview with him, and he was saying that they were playing this during COVID. He and other songwriters were doing this exercise where they'd come up with a couple of words or a phrase they'd have to write a song around.
Right.
And I guess that's where you get this title, which is a great title, In a Room Full of Blood with a Sleeping Tiger.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be heavy. But he's got a super loyal fan base, predominantly a lot of female fans.
They do like Bob.
They love Bob.
They do
but
love
a brand
Bob.
new one from him, and it's been a while, so that's great to have. Talk about some alternative records right here.
Do it.
There is a brand new My Morning Jacket live
album. I love this
and their
band.
last live record
I love this
was
band.
phenomenal. And I'm thinking that this is coming out just because they did 2 different studio records over the last couple of years, and if you can't tour, put out a live record, right?
Yeah. Did we talk about One Republic last week? We did.
We did talk about it.
We talked about One Republic last week. Alice is like, he better hold that album up.
We did.
Yeah, it's okay.
We did One Republic last week and Imagine Dragons this week.
Okay. No, keep going. I'm
All
trying.
right,
I'm
here we
hitting
go.
some of these folks up.
And you get this kooky, crazy photo of Jim James on the front of this. I don't know what he's wearing there, but he's playing the Flying V and
Dude,
crazy hair.
only saw them one time, and it was at Austin City Limits, and I told you the story. And God, it was just the crowd was singing every song. It was just
they're a festival band.
electric.
They're
the
phenomenal.
air was
live band.
supercharged. It was fantastic.
Yeah, go see them. Hopefully, we get a chance to, again.
God, I
hopefully
hope
we get
so.
a chance to see some
God,
more,
I hope
live
so.
shows soon.
Where was this recorded? Does it say? We're live 2015.
Yeah.
So that album would have been.
It's probably the last time that they were on tour because he did 2 solo records
Right, he did
after
yeah.
that, in which he played at Heights Theater. Phenomenal shows.
Yeah, and I did not go. It did not go.
Some more alternative music for you. There's an artist who goes by the name Lavender Diamond. She has a brand new record now at the time. And this is, I would describe it as like a chamber pop thing. There's violin, viola, cello, bass. It's very pretty
I've
sounding.
never heard chamber pop thing. So
I just made it up.
We just absolutely added something new.
But if
to
you're of the, if you like Kate Bush and really well produced, introspective songwriting, that's
Okay,
probably,
there you go.
That's probably the thing for you.
We cover all of the bases here.
We're trying to. Another anniversary record, Grizzly Bear, Yellow House. This was their breakthrough
Good
record, and it has not been available on vinyl in years. So that. Available again. There's a color variant on this first pressing, but it should be in the racks going forward. Very cool, very 60s inspired.
Yeah, good band.
And if you're not familiar with it, I mean,
yeah,
super cool, great songs.
Worth
good
checking out. 15th anniversary on this one.
Yeah,
cool.
And then we're going to talk about some reissues here. One of the things we get to do is really feature stuff that would never really. You're not going to hear that.
I'm super excited about this, by the way.
Any other source.
Yes.
I mean, we're doing it. So I'm going to kick it off. This is one of my favorite guys, favorite guitar players ever.
Yeah.
And he's not a household name.
No.
But he should
have been.
Rory Gallagher.
Yep.
This is a 4 CD and DVD box set of his first album. And if you're not familiar with this guy, there are tons of insane live performances on YouTube. Blast. He was featured, the history of the guy. He made 3 albums with this band called Taste, which is very much like a Cream kind of band in the late 60s. And then this was his first solo record after breaking away from them. He was another one of those artists, just you call it unlucky, whatever happened.
It was just weird.
Plagued with bad management. Made his money on the road, some bad record deals. But, if Eric Clapton is your point of reference, I think I get raped for this, but he is, I think, a better player, a better singer, and a better singer.
I'm not going to do anything to you on that. I'm not going to challenge you on any of those points. I'm going to tell you that I will say this: if you consider yourself a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan and you don't have any Rory Gallagher in your collection, you're probably missing out on your second favorite.
Yeah, and
guitar
the jump
player.
off point, there's a great 2 CD set which is very affordable that spans his whole career. Now all of his recordings are in one place to where you get a proper career retrospective beginning to end. It's great. And if you have any doubt how good this guy is, 1968, when Jimi Hendrix was asked, how's it feel to be the greatest guitar player in the world, he said, I don't know, you'd have to ask for it again.
Wow. Yeah, man, that's... so Alice is asking, was One Republic only the CD, or was it also on vinyl?
It's CD right now. Vinyl's coming.
Yeah, vinyl is coming. Rory, that's amazing, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, and that's available in different editions. And obviously, if you want to just pick up a single album, you can do that too, or single CD. Man, we're gonna get funky right now.
Do it.
With the guys that set the pace. 2 different collections featuring all of the singles from Booker T.
Booker T. And
Complete,
check this out, man.
Complete stacked singles. You know, these guys influenced so many bands and played on all the sax stuff. You know, if you're listening to Otis, you listen to Otis, you listen to Carl Thomas, you listen to
Steve Cropper.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That rhythm section was like percolating.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, hits, Hip Hugger, Green Onions obviously starts it all. But they had tons of hits, and really the soundtrack of Memphis in the 60s. And you got like 60 tracks between all of these.
Stax was no joke.
So if you're short on instrumental soul music in your collection, start here. Start here.
Yeah. Put that on. Put that on at your next party and see what happens.
And this is a perfect segue because our friends at Daptone Records, which you know, America's modern funk label, responsible for you know, tons of great records, including you know, Screaming Eagle of Soul, Charles Bradley, and
Sharon Jones. List goes on and on and on.
So this is actually a reissue, a 20-year reissue of this record called, and I didn't know this, but they called The Poets of Rhythm. I'd heard these tracks. Super cool, funky soul stuff, like hard funk. They're German. They are a German band.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this is cool music reissued for the first time in years. It's on a peach, I believe it's peach colored vinyl because, I mean, why not?
I got the, what was the box? It wasn't a box, the silver Dapt, anniversary. What was that thing? I got it here.
It was, they do one like every 5 years.
I still put that thing on. It's just like, never gets old.
Those records sound fantastic. And our last soul record.
Okay, come on.
O.V. Wright, which this is one of his LPs that it has not been available in decades. Real Gone music label, which they do premier reissue label, putting out stuff that you know, you gotta have. His big hit was Nickel and a Nail, and Take Me to the River, with the hit version.
Got it.
And but this hasn't been available in forever. And he has such a great voice. Again, tons of music out there that you can stream and listen to if you haven't heard him. And it's the same guys that backed up on all the Al Green records. It's Willie Mitchell producing. It's Memphis horns, high rhythm section. You know, if you got plenty of Al Green, you're looking to hear a little more of that sound.
This is it.
That's the
way to go. I love this, man. So cool.
We only have one jazz record today, which seems a little odd because we usually have 2 or 3.
Okay.
And this is an interesting story. It's this guy Barney Willen who made.
Don't know Barney Willen.
He recorded soundtrack music with Miles Davis in the 60s.
Oh, cool.
Very well received, and then he kind of disappeared. He's a French guy, and then he recorded an album in '81. It was super well received, and it was like regarded as the jazz record of the year. So it just got reissued, and it's called Le Notre Bleu. Bleu, I get to say that.
Yeah.
And that's my best French I can muster. And this record is worth reassessment and people to check out because it's an artist that disappeared for a while, comes back in a huge way, and there's also a bonus disc on there of that same group performing live with the radio show. So
and you know, if you need another version of Besame Mucho, it's on here.
Hey man, can't have enough of that. Right? I'm throwing the churches in there just because we didn't have it last week. We were talking about it. We didn't have a visual, but there's a brand new Churches record. It's huge. It was our biggest record last week. And this is on an in-store exclusive color variant. I believe it is red. I wanted to show this record today just because the cover art is so 80s, man.
It's totally
like that, Videodrome or something. You know, it's like cinematic
very much
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool band, and this is really big pop record from them. Where the rest of they really started as kind of synth pop, Depeche Mode oriented. This is a big step forward.
And it's on sale.
It's on sale.
It's on sale.
All right, man, let's get to rocking.
Do it.
Pull up.
Do it.
I got to mention these guys from there because I knew you would know.
I've got that on cassette.
Do you? Okay. I think a lot of people.
Good for you.
This thing has never been available on vinyl as far as I know. And I guarantee no one in the country has talked about this record, but we're proud to present on the
Absolutely.
drop. This is the Junkyard album, originally released in 1990. Is that right? 89.
Dude.
And all these guys came out. They were all punk guys, right? But they formed like a hard rock, straight ahead. I remember
it was very kind of like that sleazy LA blues rock, blues-based rock,
And there were a whole lot of reason this record didn't find the audience that a lot of the other
and the thing that everybody was like, Ryan Baker's on this album.
Yeah, cash in, right?
He's a great guitar player, but that he had a metal moment or a hair metal moment or what? Yeah. It's actually good.
Yeah, it's a solid record.
It's solid. Record. I mean, it's it's rock and roll, man. It's beers and cigarettes and Marshalls and Les Paul. So I mean, there you go.
There you go. That's worked before.
Dude, good
pick.
We'll
work again.
Good pick, man. Good pick.
I didn't put that on your list because I'm like, this is going to be a
surprise.
I know
good
he knows
pick.
this record.
Good pick.
Okay. The record we have talked about today.
Yep.
See this graphic behind us. Brand new Iron Maiden record. I can't even remember when the last one came. This one features a very they always put this cute Eddie guy on the cover. This one's
there's got to be a different Eddie every time.
This is the ninja.
We get
ninja
Shogun,
motif, right?
We get
Shogun. There you go. So, man, that is.
And one of those bands that just has that built-in audience. I mean, they can probably tour forever. People are going to show up and see them.
And a monstrously huge band worldwide.
Like absolutely.
Bigger crowds.
They can sell out a soccer stadium in the Philippines tomorrow. If they announce the concert today.
Yeah, totally. And so, they are prone to, as I think they moved along later in their career, they're doing these really long, epic songs, like 8, 9, 10, 12-minute songs. That's what this is. You got to fit it on 2 discs, the LP or 3 LPs. But look forward to spending some time with this. I mean, they just have a classic sound, and they've influenced so many bands. And should be awesome. So the first single's great. I think the rest of the record should hold true to that. They're one of those guys who are not going to make a record until they're ready. They got big enough of a bag of songs that it's going to be It's going to be solid.
And you know what you're getting. It's going to be Iron Maiden.
Yeah, hit them high, hit them low with that harmonic guitar. It keeps working. That's a disc spinning as you're shaking.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. I thought it was
sound effects.
I thought it was something very special. It's like, oh, look, it's a whistle. Oh man. All right. So, what's on the horizon for next week? Do you think, or do we not know?
I really don't.
Okay. All right. That's part of the magic.
Yeah. That's it. You got to tune in. That's
part of the voodoo that we do on the drop. There's a cricket in here somewhere, or I have a bad speaker. I think it's. Did the Casey Musgraves come out already?
No, it was just announced. It's being. I think it's.
Did you hear the single?
I haven't listened to
the single
like
yet.
I love her. She's fantastic.
Yeah,
she's
man.
Great.
Yeah, it's really good. It's so weird because I didn't think I ever would. I just heard a song one day and I was like, "Who is this?" And then I saw her. Was it the Grammys or CMT or whatever where she did it? Was it Space Cowboy or whatever? She just brought the house down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I liked that.
That track's great. That album's great. Co-written with that Daniel Toshin guy, which was he was like she really kind of veered away from her natural leanings and did this big pop record.
Yeah.
It was terrific.
Yeah.
So she's terrific writer. I remember I have a friend who's a country music purist. She was an aspiring singer,
right?
And her younger days. And I always ask her who she likes, but she's very much a Loretta, Tammy,
classics.
Classic,
absolutely, the great ladies of country music.
And I remember when after that first Casey record, I was like, "Also, who you listen to? Casey Musgraves." Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's gonna be Brinks trucks making deliveries at her house for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's week after next. I think that's
something to look forward to. All right, guys. As always, thanks for joining us next week. we're going to put a little more, hopefully, of an interactive feature, so you guys will be able to immediately see the social for all the bands that we talk about, and you can hit them up and retweet us and do all that, repost us and do all that good stuff. So
that almost sounds professional.
You think so? Yeah. Wait till they see our new graphics package. Maybe not. All right, guys, we're going to hear our producer laughing there. All right, guys, we're going to see you later. Peace. Have a great week. See you next week.